1 this season. The starting lineup that he will put on the floor tonight features Jason Kidd starting alongside Antoine Wright in his 4th year from Texas A&M. There in the backcourt, Josh Howard up front along with Dirk Nowitzki at the forward spot. In the middle at center, it's Eric Dampier in his 13th season from Mississippi State, averaging a little over 8 rebounds per game this season. Mike Dunleavy is the head coach of the Los Angeles Clippers, the 3rd longest tenured coach in the NBA, only behind Jerry Sloan and Greg Popovich. He has won 581 games, lost 650. Starting lineup for the Clippers tonight. They've used 12 different starting lineups this season. This is the one they used on Sunday in a game they lost by 1 to Detroit. In the backcourt, Marty Collins from Temple, Eric Gordon, the rookie from Indiana. Up front, Al Thornton and Marcus Camby, and Baylor's Brian Skinner, who hails from Temple, Texas, goes in the middle at center. Mavericks basketball on Fox Sports Southwest. Marcus Camby, by the way, has been on a tear lately, averaging 16 points and 21 rebounds over the last 4 games. 14 and 20 was the number that he had against Detroit in 42 minutes in a 1-point loss on Sunday afternoon. For the year, he's 2nd in the league in rebounding and 2nd in blocks at nearly 3 a game. He is a former Defensive Player of the Year who was drafted 2nd in 1996. Meanwhile, Dallas comes in trying to bounce back from a 20-point loss to the Memphis Grizzlies. They're back home where they had tremendous comeback wins over Minnesota and Philadelphia last week. They've got a 10-6 home record on the season. They have defeated the Clippers once on their home floor this year, here 100-98 on December the 2nd. And they've had 2 losses, 2 games out in LA, I should say. 1 loss on November the 9th and 1 win on December the 28th by a score of 103-92. Before we get started, let's check in with the board facts for tonight's game. As Anthony Morrow has had the leading scoring game for a rookie this season with 37 points in a game against the Clippers on November 15th. Eric Gordon, some 3 days ago, had the 4th highest scoring game for a rookie this year with 31 points in a game against Detroit on Sunday, a game that Bob the Clippers lost in very strange fashion with a goaltending called against Detroit with 4.9 seconds left in the game.
And when they finally got the ball back, there was only 2.6 seconds left. The officials ruled that 2.6 was the correct number. Strange call.
That provided the winning points in an 88-87 win for Detroit over the LA Clippers. The officials tonight are Scott Foster, Bill Kennedy, and Haywood Workman. And the ball immediately out of bounds. Off Dallas, off Antoine Wright, who is making the start tonight at the 2-guard spot. His 7th start of the season. Averaging about 4.5 points a game. So here we go with the Clippers having lost 7 straight. They're 8-25. 5-11 on the road. Brian Skinner with 7 on the shot clock gives to Gordon. Josh Howard gets a rebound. He had only 2 of those on Sunday in a loss to Memphis, averaging just over 5 a game this year. Average home record, as I mentioned a moment ago, 10 wins, 6 losses. Most recently, the Mavericks played at home on Friday night. Big comeback win against Philadelphia. Antoine Wright rimming out a 3. Eric Dampier gets it back. And the ball out of bounds to the Clippers. 8-25 the record for LA coming into this game, and we should again note that they are in a world of hurt health-wise tonight, as they are only dressing 8 players. Out of the lineup with various injuries tonight: Baron Davis, Chris Kaman, Zach Randolph, Ricky Davis, Mike Taylor, and Jason Hart. Brian Skinner scores. They also depleted their roster yesterday by waiving Fred Jones and Paul Davis before contracts become guaranteed this week. A miss on the drive for Antoine Wright. Brian Skinner gets fouled. Call is on Eric Dampier for his first.
Foul number 20.
And again, only 8 players dressed. That's not much of a look in terms of reinforcements over on the bench, Bob.
That makes it pretty tough, really. It makes it tough on the coach in terms of the decisions he has to make, and the guys on the floor know that they're going to get heavy minutes right now. But the 3 guys on the bench, they also know they're going to play. The good thing about it is you have 8 guys, all of them going into this game, knowing that they're going to get minutes.
And one of those 8 guys that the Clippers have to dress tonight is Czech Som, who was acquired in a trade yesterday with Denver. And the Mavericks get on the board for the first time. The jump shot by Josh Howard. Averaging 18 a game this year. Howard had 12 on Sunday. He gets the scoring started for Dallas. We'll watch how well Al Thornton plays tonight as he drives and misses. And misses on the follow as well. From what we understand, Thornton missed the walkthrough for the Clippers this morning because he's suffering from the flu. Howard gives Dallas the lead. Marty Collins against Kidd. Off the glass, and it's Camby following it home. Camby has been doing so much of that lately, rebounding the ball very well, averaging 21 rebounds over the last 4 games. This year against the Mavericks, he's averaging 10 points and almost 14 rebounds per contest. Dirk. Long rebound. Now Dirk for 3. First lead of the game for Dallas. All set up by the Eric Dampier offensive rebound. 10 on the shot clock, and a defensive play now made by Dampier. Deflected the alley-oop lob, and the Mavericks come away with it. Antoine Wright to Howard. Whoa, airballed it. And Marty Collins runs the floor and misses the layup off the long pass by Camby, and then Dampier blocks it. And now Howard runs the floor and has it blocked, but gets it back for Dallas. Jump shot's good for Dirk. Howard following the lead of Eric Dampier, who's doing a lot of good things early on. Block shot, offensive rebound, deflection. We're seeing some great things out of Dampier. Another example of what happens when you get the ball back for a second chance opportunity. You may get points, and the Mavericks did that time. Marcus Camby. (9-5) is the lead for Dallas. About 4.5 minutes gone by in the game as Jason Kidd drives. Leads for Antoine Wright and gets it to go. Making the start tonight. Wright gets his first basket. Missed his first 2 shots. Eric Thornton on the baseline. And the shot clock buzzer runs out. Turnover on the Clippers. 11-5 Dallas.
Pretty good defensive sequence that time for the Mavericks.
Foul on the Clippers. Al Thornton. Howard's got it. Dirk for 3. Well, Nowitzki off to a great start. 8 points, 3 out of 4 shooting.
And a couple of threes.
14-5. Clippers take a timeout. Dallas has a 9-point lead. We played 6:36. That's how much time we've got left here in the first quarter. Josh Howard establishing himself early on, not only as a scorer, but also making the pass. Dirk hits it, and it's a 9-point lead.
There he is, LeBron James. LeBron likes to use music to achieve that warrior-like intensity.
Time after time, if you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I will be waiting. Time after time.
Unexpected. And that's what you can expect from LeBron James, is the unexpected.
Clones versus droids. Jedi versus Sith. Good versus evil.
I will deal with the Jedi myself.
And a few laughs in between. You've just taken your first step into a larger world. Star Wars, The Clone Wars. A new adventure this Friday at 9 p.m. Their galaxy isn't far, far away anymore.
We're clear.
Only on Cartoon Network.
This February, the biggest basketball event in the world is headed to the city of Phoenix. 2009 NBA All-Star Balloting presented by T-Mobile allows you to vote for your favorite NBA players. Log on to NBA.com and cast your vote. Also vote on your mobile phone at WAP.NBA.com or on your T-Mobile phone via T-Zones. Vote now and vote often, and you could win a trip for two to Phoenix in the NBA 2K9 sweepstakes. The 2009 NBA All-Star Game live from Phoenix, Arizona, February 15th, only on TNT.
Jumps out to a 9-point lead. Josh Howard and Dirk Nowitzki, a big part of it, Bob.
Nice pin down by Dirk Nowitzki to get Josh open, and then a back to the basket move by Howard. That time Howard with a drive on the left side finds an open Dirk Nowitzki. And Nowitzki once again, he's got 8, 2 3-pointers in there, Mark.
Mavericks come into the game tonight shooting 33.5% this year on threes. 23rd in the NBA. It's been good early on, and meanwhile on this side of the floor, an injury-depleted team is struggling as you would expect they would, as they are 2 of 10, the Clippers are, to start the game. And a defensive play made by Howard with the deflection. Haywood Workman says it's ball out of bounds off Dallas with a shot clock at 4. Marty Collins will have to come all the way into the backcourt to throw in. And now Al Thornton to beat the clock, and he airballs it. He certainly looks like a guy who may have missed the walkthrough this morning with the flu, because he's taken 3 shots and not really any one of those 3 have been even close. Dirk again with a jumper over Camby.
Certainly appears that the Mavericks are a little bit offended by what happened on Sunday,
when they lost 102-82 to Memphis. They're on a 12-0 run right now. Eric Gordon gets the score. Had 31 against Detroit the other day. And averaging 24 a game over the last 4. 49% shooting as Wright drives the lane and gets it to go.
loves to drive left side of the basket and finish with his right hand.
Gordon drives and a goaltending call. And the Clippers are wondering, why didn't one of those go our way on Sunday at the end of the game against Detroit?
In order to stay in the game, I think Gordon has to have a big night, because it appears that Thornton is not strong, not feeling well if he's had those, flu-like symptoms, as they always say.
Dirk off the mark, and Gordon there with the rebound. Gordon has scored the last two for the Clippers. Inside to Brian Skinner. In his 11th year out of Baylor. 32 years old. Started his career with the Clippers, as a matter of fact. They drafted him in the first round in 1998. Wright to Dampier, rolling to the basket in the big dunk.
Very nice pass by Wright, and a good roll, catch and finish by Damp. Good execution.
Now Collins and Camby run The pick and roll and into the lane. That will go for Marty Collins.
Damp is always a roll man. You see him set the pick, and then once he sets that pick, he rolls to the basket, and Wright does an excellent job of finding him with the pass.
Big dunk for Damp here. As we noted earlier, has done a little bit of everything for Dallas early on. A block shot, a deflections, offensive rebound to set the Mavericks up to get a second chance basket. And that score there, and we played about 8 minutes. The Mavericks in front by 6. Clippers had been down by as many as 11, so they've gotten their legs back under them after a slow start. As Wright drives again and scores. Going into the starting lineup tonight for the 7th time this year. Having not played the last 2 games, Wright's got 6 early on. And getting the Mavericks, as we see, some points in the paint. Something that you always need, and he's showing that ability to drive it to the basket.
And you know, Rick Carlisle talking again tonight before the game about waiting for somebody to seize control of that 2-guard position. And maybe with the little more than 8 minutes that Wright just put in, maybe that's a step in that direction. It's not enough, but it might be a step in that direction as you look at Wright getting all the way to the basket, getting points in the paint. He's also a pretty good defender.
Jason Terry has come into the game, and it was interesting to hear what Rick Carlisle had to say before the game, as that basket will count for the Clippers on the drive by Gordon and a foul. But he said what they ask out of the starting 2-guard on this team is to be able to play 6 to 8 good minutes at the beginning of the first half and obviously at the beginning of the second half. It doesn't necessarily matter if it's one particular skill that you bring to the table. As he said, we're just looking for someone who can play some good basketball and then be able to do some things to help the team until Jason Terry comes in, and we obviously know what Jason Terry can do to help the team.
And he also went on to say that it is an unusual job description.
3:38 left in the first quarter with a timeout taken by Dallas. The Clippers have closed to within 5 after Eric Gordon's 3-point play. It's Mavericks basketball on at home on Fox Sports Southwest here at American Airlines Center.
We have the unique ability to positively affect the lives of so many.
It's our way of showing how much.
Well, I'm happy to be here.
I'm looking forward to playing in Boston, having fun, man.
We need to establish who we are. We're learning some things, just very small things. Little small things like that add up. And that's big when you're trying to win a ring here. That's the motivation. We all are energetic about trying to be the best team we can be. It's what it is. We got to win. And we didn't do it tonight. You have to continue to keep your head up. Take it one game at a time. See, like every night I have a responsibility to stay physical, stay aggressive. I can't be as good as I am unless I help the group, the team, every day. We're not a flawless team. We're a team in progress. We have to come out here and play together. Tonight we played great basketball as a good team. You know, we're connected. We kept our composure. We made the sacrifices, and it's helping. It's working. It's working for us. And if we can get through this, then, you know, it's one more step toward the goal. Win the NBA championship. You know, it's for us to win, man. Just what we got to do to close this thing out. What you gonna say now? What can you say
now? That's the only way they're gonna stop him tonight, because he's on fire early.
The Mavs on Fox Sports Southwest are brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers, by Southwest Airlines, by Nissan, by Geico, and by Mall Cop in theaters January 16th. Mavericks have a 22-17 lead over the Los Angeles Clippers. And the Clippers have gotten back into this game after a tough start because Eric Gordon has awakened.
He's a good offensive player. He's just a rookie, but a little hesitation dribble there, and he's able to penetrate not only his defender, but the help side defender. So he splits those 2 defenders and gets all the way to the basket. He's a strong guard. Mike Dunleavy is very, very high on the future for Gordon.
J.J. Barea came into the game with the timeout. And Josh Howard makes a move and a foul is called. Second team foul. First of the game on Gordon. Howard. And it's Camby rebounding it. Dirk leads Dallas with 10. Gordon has 7, and a nice job splitting the defenders. And in the kick out to Al Thornton. We'll see if that gets him on track as Thornton hits the shot. Clippers have made a nice little run here to get to within 2. 13-4 is the push for LA. There's Dampier going to the bucket, and he scores with a foul.
It's always good to see Damp make that catch in traffic. It's good concentration on the basketball. It's crowded down there when he makes this catch. That's not the easiest catch. You see the defenders around him. There's 2 of them. He makes the catch and gets a strong finish.
So Eric Dampier going to the free throw line for the first Maverick foul shot of this game. As Mike Dunleavy has to make some moves, or at least a move. Steve Novak's going in the game for Al Thornton. Novak, the veteran from Marquette, in his 3rd year.
And he's a very, very good shooter, and absolutely an outstanding free throw shooter, Novak is.
Camby. Howard with a long rebound. And Scott Foster said Terry caught the ball with his feet on the sideline. It's a turnover with 2:37 left in the first. .15 on the shot clock as Collins with a post up against Barea, and a block shot for Dallas. And defensive help by Howard. And the Mavericks come away with it with a 5-point lead. They've led by as many as 11. Barea on the drive. And it's Jason Terry teeing up a 3. Dallas has Barea, Terry, Dampier, Howard, and Dirk on the floor. Gordon on the drive. And this layup won't go down. He's finished a couple of those here in the first quarter. Mavericks have Bass at the scorers table. Oh, nice pass outside by Barea. And it's Dirk on the money again.
The shot fake was excellent that time.
Dirk had a great first quarter against Memphis, was unable to sustain it, but had 16 in the first quarter against the Grizzlies on Sunday, and here he is at 12. As Brian Skinner rebounds and Marcus Camby, or Brian Skinner misses the shot and Camby gets the rebound.
You know, you frequently hear that Camby is soft. I'm not sure I believe that. Excellent job. See the shot fake there by Dirk Nowitzki and the escape dribble to the left. You hear that he's soft. And at times I guess you see that, Mark, but well, I'll tell you what. When you average 21 rebounds in the last 4 games, I don't know how you can be so.
I mean, the guy's averaged a double-double 5 times in his career for an entire season. A defensive player of the year in 2006-2007. There's a familiar face in the state of Texas anyway. From Bel Air, Texas, outside of Houston, a year at Texas A&M. DeAndre Jordan's just gone in. Jordan, a 6'11 rookie, averaging 2 points and 2.5 rebounds. Minute 15 left in the first quarter, and it's the Mavericks in front by 6. And now here's Bass rolling to the basket from Jason Terry. Bass with his first score off the bench, and a nice pass by Jason Terry. How many times have we talked about that this year? What a good job Jason Terry is doing, sharing the basketball as the Mavericks come away with it. They run the floor. Howard on Novak, the drive and score. With a foul as well.
if you're Novak and you're going to commit that foul, you have to make sure that that offensive player doesn't score the basket.
And it's Barea the pass up ahead to Howard.
Once again, looking ahead, another one of those things that I think Jason Kidd has had an impact as it relates to this team and all of its players. And that's looking ahead and advancing the ball with the pass.
A 9-1 run in Dallas just like that has reopened a double-digit lead. They have led by as many as 11 here in the first quarter. Foul is on Barea. Dallas is over the limit. 40 seconds left in the first, and it's Barea sent to the picking up the foul and sending Eric Gordon to the free throw line. Gordon for the season, a 84% free throw shooter. 7th pick of the 2008 draft.
He was not happy about that miss. Gordon wasn't. You could tell that he's still not happy about it. But you got to forget that very quickly, especially when you get the ball back and you get to shoot the second one.
Obviously getting a lot more playing time with injuries. And again, if you're just tuning in, the Clippers only have 8 players dressed tonight injury-wise. Baron Davis, Chris Kaman, Zach Randolph, Ricky Davis, Mike Taylor, Jason Hart, all out of the lineup tonight. The NBA requires you have to have 8 players dressed for a game, and the Clippers are at the minimum amount they can have dressed, as Jason Terry out of the corner will get Dallas a 2-for-1 opportunity by knocking down the 3. They may not have a whole lot of time for a shot, but unless there's an offensive rebound situation here for the Clippers, the Mavericks will get it back. They also have their biggest lead off Terry's 3. Dallas shooting 63% here in the first quarter, and they'll get it back with plenty of time for a shot. 7.7 left in the first after Steve Novak traveled.
Rick Carlisle makes the play, calls the play, and the Clippers in his zone.
And it's Josh Howard shooting a 3 zone, and he gets the bounce. Wow. Howard has a 9-point first quarter, but Eric Gordon comes back and scores at the end of the first. He answers Howard's 3, and Gordon caps a pretty nice first quarter for himself with that basket to give him 10. We've got 12 minutes in the books, and the Mavericks back home and trying to avoid a big deficit. They came back against those deficits against Philadelphia and Minnesota last week. No deficit tonight, though, establishing a 13-point lead after 1.
It's nice to see Greg Oden moving around again. You know, this close, you can really see what makes him such a force in the paint. Oh, Gary, maybe just move back a bit. Folks want to stay seated. There's no danger. Gary! Back up! Gary, back up, Gary! Okay, that was,
The NBA season is here. You can get all the action and excitement with NBA League Pass. This is your complete season pass. Order now and get the best games, countless moments, and lasting memories for only $189. See the top stars and your favorite teams wherever you live all season long. And watch games online with NBA League Pass broadband, which is included with your subscription. Get NBA League Pass now for just $189. To order, call now.
Dwight Howard and Nate Robinson, a pair of champions. Rudy Gay, an innovative contender. The Sprite Slam Dunk Contest at NBA All-Star Saturday night needs one more player ready to fly, and the choice is yours.
This is Joe Alexander.
Russell Westbrook.
I'm Rudy Fernandez.
Go to NBA.com and vote. Vote for me.
Vote for me.
No, not that guy. Vote me.
The Sprite Slam Dunk Contest. They dunk. You decide at NBA.com.
Sports playing in Boston, having fun. We all are energetic about trying to be the best team we can be.
We're not a flawless team. We're a team in progress. We have to come out here and play together, and we didn't do it tonight. You have to continue to keep your head up, take it one game at a time. And if we can get through this, then it's one more step to a goal. Win the NBA championship. It's for us to win, man. Just what we got to do to close this thing out. What's he gonna say now? What can you say now?
They are playing to their maximum potential tonight.
Second quarter about to get started here on Fox Sports Southwest, with the Mavericks leading the Los Angeles Clippers 37-24. Coming up on tonight's Dodge Grab Life by the Horns, James Singleton talks about his welcome to the NBA moment. And interestingly enough, that welcome to the NBA moment would have happened with the Los Angeles Clippers, the team he played for in his first two seasons in the league, 05-06, 06-07. Last year went back overseas, played in Spain, had a couple of years in Italy before he landed his gig with the Clippers. So the second quarter starts with J.J. Barea three that is missed long. Jop's in the game for the first time. You've got Barea, Terry, Howard, Bass, and Jop. Gordon, Thornton, Collins, DeAndre Jordan, and Steve Novak. Three-pointers missed by Eric Gordon. Scott Foster calls a loose ball foul going for the rebound. Barea second. Obviously the first foul on the Mavericks this quarter. Just 34 seconds in. Mavericks had a season high in scoring for a quarter with the 37 that they put on the board in the first. And they did that on 63% shooting. Al Thornton misses. Josh Howard rebounds. And that's been an area where Howard has not been on his game night in, night out as of late. But it's good to see him with 5 rebounds so far here in the first quarter plus, as that jumper's way off for Howard. Barea, the defender against Gordon, who is the leading scorer so far for the Clippers. Dangerous three-point shooter Steve Novak misses. Barea coming the other way. There's Jop to the bucket with the roll. Good find by Barea. That's his team-high 4th assist of the game. Marty Collins drills it out of the corner. Terry gives the ball up to Barea. He went to an open spot in the corner, but Barea finds that and swings to Howard. DeAndre Jordan rebounds for the Clippers. Novak has already missed one in that corner, but not that time. Too good a shooter.
Now you give him 2 cracks at it, he's going to make one of them. He's just an outstanding catch-and-shoot guy.
Shot 46% on three-pointers in his college days at Marquette. Had a 15-point game against Detroit on Sunday. And Rick Carlisle takes a timeout with 9:44 left in the second quarter. We're at American Airlines Center in downtown Dallas. Novak gets the 3. Clippers pull to within 10.
Kobe Bryant can do it all. But he'll be the first to tell you that it takes teamwork to win in the NBA. And in Pau Gasol, he's found a world-class teammate. The yin to his yang. The George to his Wheezy. A fiery, scrappy, selfless competitor that gives 100%. Wow, these are damper than I expected. Speaking of teamwork, how about a little help under here?
We have the unique ability to positively affect the lives of so many.
It's our way of showing how much the NBA cares.
Clones versus droids. Jedi versus Sith. Good versus evil.
I will deal with the Jedi myself.
And a few laughs in between. You've just taken your first step into a larger world. Star Wars, The Clone Wars. A new adventure this Friday at 9 p.m. Their galaxy isn't far, far away anymore.
We're clear.
Only on Cartoon Network.
The fans are being rewarded by this type of play by their young team.
The first game,
It was on TV, and I had to wear a red tux with white pants, white Pee Wee Herman shoes, a cummerbund, and a blue bow tie.
That's tonight's Dodge Grab Light by the Horns feature, brought to you by Dodge. Mavericks 39, Clippers 30, 9:44 left in the second quarter. Good story out of James Singleton. There's his numbers from Sunday's game against the Clippers. You know, this year you can review three-point shots to see if they are 2 or 3-point shots. And Steve Novak's basket was reviewed at the timeout. I thought it was a 3 actually when the play occurred. It was ruled a 2 initially, and after the review at the timeout was counted a 3. So it's 39-30 now. I must have that flu bug that Al Thornton had today at practice.
No, you've already had that. That's over. That's on.
Zagana Job with the rebounds. It's a reoccurrence. I caught it again. Barea underneath. Josh Howard. It's another good find. J.J. Barea has come in and done a great job running the offense.
5 assists in how many minutes, Mark? Minimal minutes. I mean, that's the key.
7 minutes off the bench. And there's a play made by Jason Terry stripping Eric Gordon. Shot clock is at 11. We've got Jason Kidd coming back to the table to sub in. And we've got the 3-guard lineup because Kidd is in for Howard.
Part of that reason is that the matchup's not too bad. I don't know that Collins will post up against Barea. Barea is guarding Collins.
And here's Gordon giving it up to Collins. Collins tries to take Barea getting into the lane. Misses. Follow dunk is missed by Jordan. And the ball out of bounds off Dallas. Jordan frustrated with himself, shooting 38%. So far this year, Jordan averaging 2 points, 2.5 rebounds a game. 20 years old, the Clippers got him early in the second round. As a foul is called, Jason Terry commits the foul as Gordon ended up on the floor in a heap.
Mike Dunleavy, not a very happy man right now, wondering why it took so long for the whistle to blow on the foul.
But the foul was called. And he wants it to be a 2-shot foul on the inbounds. And that's what it's going to be, absolutely. Whenever you commit a foul on an inbounds play, regardless of whether or not you are in the bonus situation, that is an automatic 2-shot foul. All right, let's check it out here. Left side of the screen, it's Gordon on the free throw line, and he may have tripped over his own guy as much as Terry fouled him as Gordon tripped over DeAndre Jordan.
Well, Terry pointed to Jordan right away as much as to say, hey, wait a minute. I didn't push him down or pull him down. He tripped.
Job sets the pick. And Barea flashing inside. He scores it. And once again, Barea with the find, Bob.
Yeah, it was Bass on the flash and the dive cut, and Barea with the nice pass. Here's a look at it. It's one of the things you can do against matchup zones. If you can bust cutters, slashers into the middle of the zone, you really hurt them because they get into the seams and it creates problems defensively as to who gets the assignment.
And that's the 6th assist of the game for Barea as he found Bass getting into the paint. Check Som, by the way, has come in for the Clippers. And here's Gordon badly missing. Job saves it in, and Jason Kidd comes away with it. How about another assist for Barea? Nope. Kidd misses, but then it's Dallas getting it back. And Barea takes the shot. This out of the corner, misses a 3. It's Kidd working baseline to get it back. Will Wright finally go down? Nope. And it's out of bounds and over to the Clippers off Bass. You know, we talked about how shorthanded the Clippers are tonight. Eric Gordon, the rookie, has played all 16 minutes in the game. You see they've only got 3 guys on their bench, only 8 players dressed. As badly as Gordon missed that last shot, you wonder if fatigue's starting to play a factor, especially for a guy who's about in that time when you might expect him to be getting close to hitting the rookie wall.
And that means he's to a point where that's how many games he played in college. And now all of a sudden he's got to play more than 32 games. And it's new. It's new to the mind and it's new to the body.
Foul on Dallas. Saganajop picks up his first foul. And it's 4 team fouls. Dallas this quarter. Wow. Jordan way off the mark. Was 5 of 13 this year on free throws coming into the game.
The grin on your face was priceless.
He bounces back and recovers nicely, though, as a credit to him. Mavericks lead it by 11. Oh, Brea, what a move. Gets it off the glass. Scott Foster says that's in the act of shooting. With 7:33 left in the second. We already have Dallas with 4 fouls. This is the second here on the Clippers. And Bass drawing all sorts of attention in the lane.
As he should, because the league knows that he wants to rise and dunk the ball.
Bass on the free throw line. He has not shot the ball well as of late. You see what he did Sunday against Memphis with a 2 of 9. He's just 9 of 32 from the floor in the last 5 games. But he's hit everything he's put up tonight. Couple of shots, 3 free throws, and 7 off the bench. He's hurt the Clippers in both Dallas wins this year, with a season high tying 14 points in each of those games. We've got the shot clock down to 5 for Marty Collins. And it's Jason Terry with the rebound. Get chased off the line. Terry goes to the open. And it's out off Bass. Terry just 1 of 4 tonight. Remember, he's working on that string of 22 games in a row with a made 3-pointer, and he has already extended it to 23 with a 3-pointer that he made in the first quarter tonight. He's shooting a little over 40% from the floor in that stretch. In terms of 3-point shooting, 40% in that stretch where he's made 22, a 3-pointer in 22 straight games, now 23 tonight. Shot into the paint. And Kidd with a great defensive play. Driving by Marty Collins. Out of bounds. Down his ball, 19 to shoot.
You talk about defensive instincts and defensive anticipation. Jason Kidd. I mean, LA thinks they have to look at Kidd. He's looking back at the ball, peels back, gets in the passing lane. He thinks that way. And that's why he makes those kind of plays. And he makes a lot of them late, Mark.
Well, Rick Carlisle has said this year that Jason Kidd's defensive instincts are uncanny. And they've always been very good and just made even better by 15 years in the league. Tonight being game number 1,060 of his NBA career. Wright and Dirk had come back into the game a moment ago for Dallas. 11 on the shot clock, and Kidd to throw in. Bass fumbles and draws another crowd. That's twice that a crowd of red jerseys have enveloped Bass, and he draws the foul. Happened with Czech Som a little bit ago. This time it happens with DeAndre Jordan for his second foul. Novak in for Som. By the way, Som was just acquired in a trade yesterday with Denver. He's been playing in the D League for the last month. and averaging 12.7 rebounds and almost 4 blocks. So the Clippers have 8 guys, but it's worth noting that one of the 8 that's dressed tonight is a guy that they just got in a trade yesterday, who's only played 10 games, I think, his entire NBA career. 6 this year with Denver and 4 last year with Detroit. Thornton is fouled.
And one of the remaining 7 has the flu. So that means 6.
Thornton is the one who has the flu. He's 1 of 5. He did get fouled there by Jason Kidd, and will shoot free throws after this.
What's playing in Boston, having fun. We all are energetic about trying to be the best team we can be. We're not a flawless team. We're a team in progress. We have to come out here and play together, and we didn't do it tonight. You have to continue to keep your head up, take it one game at a time. And if we can get through this, then it's one more step toward the goal. Win the NBA championship. It's for us to win, man. Just what we got to do to close this thing out. What's you gonna say now? What can you say now?
There he is, LeBron James. LeBron likes to use music to achieve that warrior-like intensity.
Time after time, if you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I will be waiting. Time after time.
Unexpected. And that's what you can expect from LeBron James, is the unexpected.
This February, the biggest basketball event in the world is headed to the city of Phoenix. 2009 NBA All-Star Balloting presented by T-Mobile allows you to vote for your favorite NBA players. Log on to NBA.com and cast your vote. Also vote on your mobile phone at WAP.NBA.com or on your T-Mobile phone via T-Zones. Vote now and vote often, and you could win a trip for 2 to Phoenix in the NBA 2K9 sweepstakes. The 2009 NBA All-Star Game live from Phoenix, Arizona, February 15th, only on TNT.
(48-33). Mavericks lead the Clippers. 5:57 left in the second quarter.
Dishing the rock.
J.J. Barea done a great job so far, Bobby. Team high 6 assists in only 10 minutes.
There's one of them to Josh Howard. Barea with the ball, a bounce pass. A finish inside by Josh. Barea once again, a good find. Josh Howard underneath, sliding the baseline. Look at Barea. You think he's not having fun? Outstanding. As you mentioned, 10 minutes, 6 assists.
That's the way he plays, having fun.
He does have fun playing the game.
Great competitor. And somebody was asking me, somebody from the Clippers broadcast was asking me about him before a game, and I said, I bet he's a great guy to have as a teammate, because you can always count on that guy in terms of energy and effort and competitiveness. I mean, everyone's going to have a bad game, but you always respect the teammates that are going to answer the bell for you in terms of competitiveness and showing up every night.
I think a good answer to that is that he's not a guy that just comes to play. He's a guy that comes to win. And that's so very, very important. There's, a lot of those guys in the league, but not enough of them.
Marcus Camby the rebound as the shot is missed by Dirk. It's 9 rebounds for Camby. Remember, we're on the 20 rebound watch, considering he's averaging 21 rebounds over the last 4 games. Second in the league in rebounding at 13.5 per game as Al Thornton misses the shot. Thinking about Camby's 20 rebounds reminds me of a quote that I read today from Mike Dunleavy, as a matter of fact. There's a trade rumor that has surfaced out there that has connected Marcus Camby with going back to the New York Knicks, where he played earlier in his career. And someone asked Dunleavy about it at practice yesterday, and he gave a sarcastic answer, surprisingly. Yeah, I'm looking to trade 20 rebound a game guys all the time.
Do you get the message out there?
Al Thornton with the free throws. And again, Camby's got 9 boards so far tonight. In the paint, Josh Howard. I read another interesting thing today, that I was checking out 82games.com, and the Mavericks lead the league in two-point jump shot percentage. They hit about 44% of their two-point jumpers. That was one in the lane. Good look for Howard at the bottom of the circle, and then there's a defensive play made late, coming over to help right before the shot. Jason Kidd from Thornton. Dirk. Hey, there's another one of those two-point jump shots.
Yeah, and a 7th assist for Berea.
Berea's career high in assists in a game is 9, and that was set earlier this year in a road game against a team from Los Angeles, not the Clippers, but it was that Friday night game against the Lakers right after Thanksgiving. Eric Gordon scores. He still hasn't come out of the game yet. He's played all 19 plus minutes. Dallas answers right back. Nowitzki with a 3. 7 of 10 first half, 17 points. He's averaged 31 in 2 games this year against LA. Thornton, a pass off the mark. Novak. 3 is no good, but it's steered in on the follow dunk by Al Thornton. Thornton is the leading scorer that's dressed tonight for the Clippers, averaging 16.5 a game. Tonight he's got 8. Howard is fouled. And score it? Yes. He gets the continuation and will go to the line as the Mavericks close in on 60 before half against the injury-riddled Clippers.
Good concentration on Howard's part after the foul. Well to the right of the basket, but because of the English, because of the spin that Howard had on it, it hit the board well to the right and went right in the corner pocket.
57-40 Dallas leads. A 15-point first half for Howard. Berea out of the game. And some really good stuff from Berea in about a quarter's worth of action. Team high 7 assists. Mavericks have 19 assists on their 23 baskets so far in the game. Howard got the 3-point play. Mavs have their biggest lead on a defensive play made by Terry. The steal stepping in front of Eric Gordon. Dirk pump fakes Marcus Camby. One of the rare misses tonight for Nowitzki. On the run, Cox. To the line, Camby. A foul with 3:05 left in a second. Second foul on Brandon Bass. And here's Camby, who got traded to the Clippers in the offseason by Denver. Former Defensive Player of the Year. Second in the league in rebounding and block shots.
He's a pretty special talent. He really is. He runs pretty well. He's pretty athletic. To get the number of rebounds that he gets, he literally goes over the top of people. He's not an extremely strong guy, stronger than he looks, I think, but he can get up and he's got very long arms.
Incredible finisher. Skinner, the defender. Dirk takes him into the paint. Will he get the bounce? No. And a whistle. Mavericks are this will be free throws for LA, but first there's a timeout on the floor. Dallas a 58-42 lead. We'll talk about the team that leads the league in 2-point jump shooting on the other side.
Happy to be here. I'm looking forward to playing in Boston, having fun, man. We need to establish who we are. We're learning some things, just very small things. Little small things like that add up. And that's big when you're trying to win a ring here. That's the motivation. We all are energetic about trying to be the best team we can be. It's what it is. We got to win. And we didn't do it tonight. You have to continue to keep your head up, Take it one game at a time. See it like every night I have a responsibility to stay physical, stay aggressive. And I can't be as good as I am unless I help the group, the team, every day. We're not a flawless team. We're a team in progress. We have to come out here and play together. Tonight we played great basketball as a good team. You know, we're connected. We kept our composure. We made the sacrifices, and it's helping. It's working. It's working for us. And if we can get through this, then, you know, it's one more step toward the goal. Win the NBA championship. You know, it's for us to win, man. Just what we got to do to close this thing out. What you gonna say now? What can you say?
Dwight Howard and Nate Robinson, a pair of champions. Rudy Gay, an innovative contender. The Sprite Slam Dunk Contest at NBA All-Star Saturday night needs one more player ready to fly, and the choice is yours.
This is Joe Alexander.
Russell Westbrook.
I'm Rudy Fernandez.
Go to NBA.com and vote. Vote for me.
Vote for me.
No, not that guy. Vote me.
The Sprite Slam Dunk Contest. They dunk. You decide at NBA.com.
They are playing to their maximum potential tonight.
Towards Southwest, we need to look at the Mercedes-Benz league leaders. 2-point jump shot field goal percentage. I said we'd talk about it. The Mavericks lead the league in it so far this season at 44%. Some pretty good teams on that list, obviously, among the best in the league. Cleveland, Phoenix, San Antonio, and the Lakers. And some examples of them from tonight's game against LA so far, Bob.
Nowitzki with the ball inside the three-point line, shooting the two-point jumper. The mid-range game for the Mavericks is a strength. Josh Howard in the paint. Barea finds Nowitzki just to the right of the elbow and back a little bit. And once again, it is a strength. The mid-range jump shot is something that this Maverick team does very well.
Interesting to see the Mavericks go about it in a variety of different ways. You had driving kick situation. You had the ISO off the elbow for Nowitzki over Marcus Camby.
And you had the flash post from Josh Howard.
Overall tonight, Dallas shooting 51% from the floor. And you know, some of the fun that you get to experience here at American Airlines Center. By the way, I was chuckling. You might have heard me laughing a little bit at the start of that segment coming out of the timeout. For the first time, I've never seen it before here, but they've done a new tune to Leaving Las Vegas, or Viva Las Vegas, about J.J. Barea. Brandon Bass shoots. They were playing it on the Jumbotron here at American Airlines Center at the timeout. Some of the entertainment you get here at the arena. It's the first time I've seen that, and I was thoroughly entertained.
I know. That's why we were back on the air and you were laughing. It's good, though. We like to hear you laugh. 7 on the shot clock. Steve Novak launches a three. Arnie Collins, he comes away with it. Remember, Collins along with Zach Randolph came over in that trade with New York on November 21st. That was the deal with Tim Thomas, and the now retired Coutinho Mobley went to New York. Foul on Dallas on Brandon Bass. Brian Skinner to the free throw line. Speaking of New York, he'll be here on Thursday. Knicks and Clippers made that big trade I was just talking about. That happened about 6 weeks ago. I have a question. What does Skinner do? Does he dye the lower half of that goatee to get it to be that color?
That's a very good question. I'm assuming yes. He must do that. As Singleton has gone in for Brandon Bass. Or maybe he dyes the upper part.
Now you're reaching, my friend.
One or the other appears to be altered in some significant fashion. 64 is the most points that the Mavericks have scored in a half this year. They're closing in on it. Plenty of time to get there. Singleton just checked in. Now Jason Terry, nice move on the crossover to get past Gordon. Into the paint, finds Kidd. That's one of those rare times that you see Jason Kidd putting up a shot in a catch and shoot situation, and feet weren't set, and things didn't look just exactly right.
Well, I got a little bit in a hurry. The defender forced that just a little bit. And if you're the Mavericks right now, you really do not want to see the Clippers get this lead, to 9 or 10 points before halftime. They might not feel too badly about that.
60-45, the lead is 15. And as Gordon Puts up a three that he hits. Well, he played 44 minutes against Detroit when they only had 9 players dressed in the game on Sunday. And only 8 players available tonight. And Gordon leading the way with 17. And it looks like he's going to end up having played the entire first half. 7 on the shot clock. Camby guards Dirk. Attempts to guard Dirk, perhaps I should say, after Nowitzki hits the shot.
He's at 19 again in the first half.
4th in the league in scoring, averaging 26 points per game. Again, has averaged 31 in 2 games this year against the Clippers. The only game that Dirk has missed this year was the suspension against the Clippers just over a week ago for that flagrant 2 foul against Matt Harpring in Utah. They're 2 for 1 situation here. Dallas just walked it up the floor. Dirk from Jason Terry. How about 21 in the first half? Right on the heels of a 22-point first half against Memphis on Sunday. Clippers look for the last shot. No foul to give here for Dallas. 5 seconds left. Gordon's been the main guy, so no surprise here that he'll take it into the paint to try to score. The scoring will have to be at the free throw line as he's fouled in the act of shooting, much to the displeasure of Rick Carlisle.
Well, what you do as a coach is you try to really drill players day in and day out on putting their hands up and allowing that offensive player to come to you. Don't come down with your arms or your hands and commit the foul. I think Carlisle thought that the position on the part of the defender was good.
And the defender that committed the foul, by the way, was James Singleton. Well, the Mavericks have had an entirely different first half than the 2 they suffered through last week against Minnesota and Philadelphia when they had only 40 points in the first half of those games. It's going to be 64 at the half as that ball goes out of bounds. And the Clippers will get this back. Now, this is an interesting situation here because the Clippers are going. Well, I thought they were going to take a 20. Mike Dunleavy had indicated he wanted a 20-second timeout, then at the last second changed his mind.
Well, they've got plenty of time to get a shot.
But because no one touched the ball in bounds, Singleton's pass went across the floor and went out. It was not touched in bounds, so it will go all the way back to the point at which Singleton threw it in. So what's going to happen is the Clippers will get to inbound at the baseline by their own basket with .8 left here in the first half. And even though Mike Dunleavy opted not to call a 20, Rick Carlisle does opt to call a 20-second timeout with .8 left in the half.
And he does just that. I don't know whether that helps the Clippers or not.
We've got the Fox Watch Maverick fan viewer loyalty program, and tonight's keyword is Jose. Text that to 4MAVs. Standard text message rates apply. No purchase is necessary. You got to be 18 or older and live within 75 miles of the DFW city limits. Subject to full rules at 4mavs.com.
Mike Dunleavy just made a nice move. He changed the entire alignment of the inbounds play.
Devin George is in for the first time tonight for Dallas. You've got Marty Collins who will take the ball out of bounds. And Scott Foster has called a foul on Devin George. And that's Mavericks are over the limit anyway, but it's also one of those inbounds fouls that we were talking about earlier where it's an automatic 2-shot situation. The only thing saving the Clippers so far in the first half tonight is that they have made trip after trip to the free throw line. This will give them 26 free throw attempts for the first half. And Gordon leads that parade with 9 foul shots after this second attempt. Well, we showed you that list earlier of the highest scoring games by rookies this year. Gordon was 4th on that list. There have been 3 other guys who have scored more than 31 points in a game as a rookie this year. 37 being the most, but Gordon might find his way to the top of that list as he is at 23 after those free throws, but Dallas still has a double-digit lead. Mavericks head back to the locker room. 64-54 is the advantage for Dallas as they look for win number 21 of the season at home against the Clippers.
playing in Boston, having fun. We all are energetic about trying to be the best team we can be. We're not a flawless team. We're a team in progress. We have to come out here and play together, and we didn't do it tonight. You have to continue to keep your head up, take it one game at a time. And if we can get through this, then it's one more step toward the goal. Win the NBA championship. I know it's for us to win, man. Just what we got to do to close this thing out. What's he gonna say now? What can you say now?
It's nice to see Greg Oden moving around again. This close, you can really see what makes him such a force in the paint. Oh! Gary, maybe just move back a bit. Folks want to stay seated. There's no danger. Gary! Back up! Gary, back up, Gary! Okay. That was, let's move on.
The NBA season is here. You can get all the action and excitement with NBA League Pass. This is your complete season pass. Order now and get the best games, countless moments, and lasting memories for only $189. See the top stars and your favorite teams wherever you live all season long. And watch games online with NBA League Pass broadband, which is included with your subscription. Get NBA League Pass now for just $189. To order, call now.
Dwight Howard and Nate Robinson, a pair of champions. Rudy Gay, an innovative contender. The Sprite Slam Dunk Contest at NBA All-Star Saturday night needs one more player ready to fly, and the choice is yours.
This is Joe Alexander.
Russell Westbrook.
I'm Rudy Fernandez.
Go to NBA.com and vote. Vote for me.
Vote for me.
No, not that guy. Vote me.
The Sprite Slam Dunk Contest. They dunk, you decide at NBA.com.
Clones versus droids. Jedi versus Sith. Good versus evil.
I will deal with the Jedi myself.
And a few laughs in between. You've just taken your first step into a larger world. Star Wars, The Clone Wars. A new adventure this Friday at 9 p.m. Their galaxy isn't far, far away anymore.
We're clear.
Only on Cartoon Network.
Kobe Bryant can do it all. But he'll be the first to tell you that it takes teamwork to win the NBA. And in Pau Gasol, he's found a world-class teammate. The yin to his yang, the George to his Wheezy. A fiery, scrappy, selfless competitor that gives 100%. Wow, these are damper than I expected. Speaking of teamwork, how about a little help under here?
Forward to playing in Boston, having fun. We all are energetic about trying to be the best team we can be. We're not a flawless team. We're a team in progress. We have to come out here and play together, and we didn't do it tonight. You have to continue to keep your head up, take it one game at a time. And if we can get through this, then it's one more step toward the goal. Win the NBA championship. I know it's for us to win, man. Just what we got to do to close this thing out. What's he gonna say now? What can you say now?
This February, the biggest basketball event in the world is headed to the city of Phoenix. 2009 NBA All-Star Balloting presented by T-Mobile allows you to vote for your favorite NBA players. Log on to NBA.com and cast your vote. Also vote on your mobile phone at WAP.NBA.com or on your T-Mobile phone via T-Zones. Vote now and vote often, and you could win a trip for two to Phoenix in the NBA 2K9 sweepstakes. The 2009 NBA All-Star Game live from Phoenix, Arizona, February 15th, only on TNT.
There he is, LeBron James. LeBron likes to use music to achieve that warrior-like intensity.
Time after time, if you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I will be waiting. Time after time.
Unexpected. And that's what you can expect from LeBron James, is the unexpected.
That's the only way they're going to stop him tonight, because he's on fire early.
Have happy to be here. I'm looking forward to playing in Boston, having fun, man. We need to establish who we are. We're learning some things, just very small things. Little small things like that add up. And that's big when you're trying to win a ring here. That's the motivation. We all are energetic about trying to be the best team we can be. It's what it is. We got to win. And we didn't do it tonight. You have to continue to keep your head up. Take it one game at a time. See, like every night I have a responsibility to stay physical, stay aggressive. I can't be as good as I am unless I help the group, the team, every day. We're not a flawless team. We're a team in progress. We have to come out here and play together. Tonight we played great basketball as a good team. You know, we're connected. We kept our composure. We made the sacrifices, and it's helping. It's working for us. And if we can get through this, then, you know, it's one more step toward the goal. Win the NBA championship. In order for us to win, man, just what we got to do to close this thing out. What's he gonna say now? What can you say now?
The launch of an all-new fan experience on NBA TV. Get all the best on and off the court, plus new live, studio, and exclusive behind-the-scenes coverage. NBA TV, the game happens here.
This is some game. The Lakers are mounting a furious comeback.
Here we go, fourth quarter. Just watching the clock. You need a score. He's done it all tonight. Oh, what a move.
Well, the crowd is chanting, Kobe, Kobe, Kobe.
He shakes free. He pulls up with the man in his face. Off balance.
Oh, what a shot by Kobe Bryant. 43 points on the night.
See it. Get it. Experience it. The game happens here. Launch of a new fan experience on NBA TV. Get all new live 24/7 access to the NBA. No other network gets you so close to the game. NBA TV, the game happens here.
There he is, LeBron James. LeBron likes to use music to achieve that warrior-like intensity.
Time after time, if you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I will be waiting. Time after time.
Unexpected. And that's what you can expect from LeBron James, is the unexpected.
This copyrighted telecast of the NBA may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise used without the written consent of the NBA. Log on to NBA.com immediately following the game for live press conferences and video highlights.
Fanta Cherry Slurpee drink from Coca-Cola, only at 7-Eleven.
Forward to playing in Boston, having fun. We all are energetic about trying to be the best team we can be. We're not a flawless team. We're a team in progress. We have to come out here and play together, and we didn't do it tonight. You have to continue to keep your head up, take it one game at a time. And if we can get through this, then, you know, it's one more step toward the goal. Win the NBA championship. In order for us to win, man, just what we got to do to close this thing out. What's he gonna say now? What can you say now?
The launch of an all-new fan experience on NBA TV. Get all the best on and off the court, plus new live, studio, and exclusive behind-the-scenes coverage. NBA TV, the game happens here.
There he is, LeBron James. LeBron likes to use music to achieve that warrior-like intensity.
Time after time, if you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I will be waiting. Time after time.
Unexpected. And that's what you can expect from LeBron James, is the unexpected.
Get inside the game on NBA TV. All the best exclusive league access, plus the latest stats, scores, and coverage on NBA.com. NBA TV, the game happens here.
The fans are being rewarded by this type of play by their young team.
Dwight Howard and Nate Robinson, a pair of champions. Rudy Gay, an innovative contender. The Sprite Slam Dunk Contest at NBA All-Star Saturday night needs one more player ready to fly, and the choice is yours.
This is Joe Alexander.
Russell Westbrook.
I'm Rudy Fernandez.
Go to NBA.com and vote. Vote for me.
Vote for me.
No, not that guy. Both me.
The Sprite Slam Dunk Contest. They dunk, you decide at NBA.com.
The launch of a new fan experience on NBA TV. Get all new live 24/7 access to the NBA. No other network gets you so close to the game. NBA TV, the game happens here.
Clones versus droids.
Blast them.
Jedi versus Sith. good versus evil.
I will deal with the Jedi myself.
And a few laughs in between. You've just taken your first step into a larger world. Star Wars, The Clone Wars. A new adventure this Friday at 9 p.m. Their galaxy isn't far, far away anymore.
We're clear.
Only on Cartoon Network.
By Mercedes, by Whataburger, and by Underworld 3 in theaters January 23rd. Halftime at American Airlines Center, and the Mavericks lead the Clippers by 10, 64-54. It's time to go above the rim, brought to you by Progressive, and we'll show you a couple of plays that tonight's starting two-guard Antoine Wright made in the first half.
And it's nice to give Antoine Wright a little bit of attention because he did a good job. Breeze it right there, guys. He comes off of that pick, continues on down. Nowitzki set him a good pick, and he goes to the left side of the basket and finishes with the right hand. He likes to do that. One of his favorite plays. Another one here will freeze this on the pick. See Dampier give him that good pick right there. It's a very good pick. He comes off of there. Dampier will roll, and Wright does a very nice job finding Dampier on the roll, open for the easy dunk.
In both situations, points in the paint, and that is always a good thing because the Mavericks have a 28-18 advantage in points in the paint and a 10-point advantage on the scoreboard. Clippers as we're getting ready to start the third quarter here at American Airlines Center, with Dallas 10-6 on their home floor this year and looking to bounce back after that loss against Memphis on Sunday. Before we start the third quarter, let's check in now with Emily Jones. Emily?
Well, guys, the Mavericks coaching staff not happy with the way this team ended the half. Those two careless fouls, dead ball fouls, which led to LA Clipper points. 17 fouls, too many for this team. Some of the credit, they say, can go to the Clippers, but the Mavericks need to do a better job of anticipation. Also, a better job on the Eric Gordon pick and roll. Offensively, things went well for the Mavericks. They're not sure if the Clippers will stay in that zone since the Mavs did have some success against it, but they're prepared for man or zone, whichever way it goes.
It's quite a duel that we have going on between tonight's leading scorers, Dirk Nowitzki for Dallas and Eric Gordon for the Clippers, as we look at the Marines' leaders of the game. Gordon had 23 in the first half, aided by the fact that he went to the free throw line 9 times. Meanwhile, Dirk had 21 points in the first half, and aided by the fact that he knocked down 3 3-pointers in the first half. Dirk came into the game tonight shooting a little over 37% this year on threes. Up to 34 made 3-pointers on the season with a 3 that he knocked down in the first half. Gordon and Dirk, the Marines' leaders of the game. Mavericks have led this game tonight by as many as 18 points. We are underway in the second half. There's Antoine Wright operating off a pick by Dampier. Got a pretty good look at a jump shot that rattles out. Starting fives for the respective teams are on the floor here at the beginning of the third quarter. Kidd, Antoine Wright, Howard, Dirk, and Dampier for Dallas. Brian Skinner, who just scored for the Clippers, on the floor with Marcus Camby, Eric Thornton, Marty Collins, and Al Thornton. You got the Clippers within 8. You got Wright going to the basket, scored the bucket on the goaltend. He was also fouled, so Antoine Wright has an opportunity at a 3 the hard way.
Well, that's not a smart play, Mark. When that ball hits the glass, you've got to leave it alone.
The foul was called on Brian Skinner, but the goaltend was actually committed by Al Thornton. And the three-point play is completed by Antoine Wright. And Antoine Wright has 9 points tonight. Appearing in the 17th game of the year, this is his 7th start. He's averaging 4.5 points a game. He's doubled that with the 9 that he has on the board this evening. Played a minute here in the third quarter. Skinner way off. Rebound for Kidd, who had 6 of them tonight to lead Dallas on the glass. And there's Wright getting into the paint again. Foul is called on the Clippers. You know, we showed twice in that progressive above the rim at the half, Antoine Wright operating off picks, and Rick Carlisle is giving him a chance to do that again here in the offensive sets early in the third quarter. Operate off picks primarily set by Dampier, as Kidd misses that fadeaway and Skinner's there for the board.
Wright likes to drive the ball, and he comes off the pick hard, and that may be the reason why Carlisle is trying to capitalize on his ability to do that.
Thornton drives in his foul. Josh Howard. His first and the first team foul for the Mavericks here in the third quarter. And a trip to the free throw line for Al Thornton. Thornton was an all-rookie first-teamer last year, averaging nearly 13 points and 4.5 rebounds a game. If you missed the beginning of our telecast, as you noted, Bob, he missed the walkthrough today with the flu. And he's 2 of 8 from the floor with 9 points scored. So one has to wonder if the flu-like symptoms, as they're often referred to, is having an ill effect on him tonight.
He has no choice but to play through that.
Clippers only have 8 bodies dressed for the game. That is the minimum per NBA rules that you can have dressed for a game. And all 8 of those players have been on the floor tonight as Wright draws another foul on the Clippers. This is 3 team fouls on the Clippers here in the third quarter. Wright has drawn them all. This is the second one that occurred in the act of shooting. And Wright will attempt to with nearly 2 minutes gone by in the third quarter, and looking to get into double digits for the 4th time this season.
The reason he's getting to the line and drawing those fouls is that he drives the basketball. He's not hesitant at all about taking it to the glass. This is an area where he must improve. A lot of that will come in the offseason. He must improve his free throw shooting. He's a solid player.
22 at the free throw line for Antoine Wright.
He may end up securing that 2-guard position before it's all over.
Remember that he was playing well, had 2 or 3 nice games right around Thanksgiving, and then suffered that groin injury in Sacramento. Right at the end of November. He started a couple of times since then, but has struggled at times to find his way as Marty Collins gets the score. But just to reiterate what we were talking about earlier, Rick Carlisle did say before the game tonight they're still looking for someone to step up and grab that starting 2-guard spot, but it's not like it's someone who has to play a heavy load of minutes. Play good solid basketball for 6 to 8 minutes at the start of each half, and that's really what the job description is for that position, as Camby is fouled, driving the lane and trying to scoop it in. 9:20 left in the third, 10-point Dallas lead. Josh Howard's second foul sends Marcus Camby to the line. And the reason that the job description of the starting 2-guard for Dallas is a little bit different than what you would typically expect is because, of course, you've got Jason Terry just having a tremendous season as the guy you can turn to coming off the bench 6 to 8 minutes into each half.
But the longer that Wright can play, the more that helps in terms of the rotation of that 3-guard offense, because it gives those guys a little bit more rest. It may only be a minute or 2 or 3, but that all adds up in the course of an 82-game schedule, especially as, you know, when April rolls around and you head toward the playoffs.
Defender driving around him and got wrapped on top of the noggin, and we'll go to the line with 9:03 to go in the third. 4 team fouls already picked up by the Clippers, and we have not even played 3 minutes so far here in the third. Let's look at the foul, Bob.
Yes, Dirk did get fouled.
Should have said, let's look at the fouls.
Yeah. Bit of an isolation there on the left side of the floor, which gave Dirk the opportunity to drive that ball.
His first points of the third quarter. And the Mavericks extend the lead back to double digits. This is the last game in the season series between the Mavs and Clippers. Clippers won the first one on November 9th during Dallas's 2-7 start, 103-92. Of course, we know it's been an entirely different team since then, as the Mavericks record after the 2-7 start is 18-6, and that features 2 wins over the Clippers here in early December, 100-98, and at the end of December on the road in LA, 98-76. And another whistle. We've had plenty of those tonight. Eric Gordon on the free throw line. Antoine Wright's 4th foul of the game. Both teams are about to be in the bonus, and we've barely played 3 minutes here in the third quarter. Moving along at a glacial pace with all of these free throws already this quarter. Wright shooting a 3 over Thornton. Knocked out of bounds. Haywood Workman and Scott Foster look at each other, and Foster didn't know who the ball was out off, but it is called out off Dallas by Haywood Workman. Gordon hits the shot. As you see scrolling across the bottom of your screen, the Mavericks have a work week, if you will, coming up. 7 days, 5 days on, 2 days off, 5 games in 7 days, starting on Thursday against the Knicks. Nice pass to Dampier for the big slam.
Not a pick and roll. No pick involved that time. It was a give and go.
One of the oldest plays in the game. Give and go.
By the way, to the basket.
Always an important part of that equation. Thornton with the jumper.
Kind of hanging around, aren't they? The Clippers.
Dirk sets a screen. Josh Howard on the money with a jumper. So he hits the 20-point plateau for the 9th time this season, averaging 18 a game. Different story tonight after shooting just 32% from the floor the past 2 games. Keeping an eye on this big night for Eric Gordon, who lowers his head, drives the ball, then loses it out of bounds. Mavericks quickly get the ball up the floor. Wright.
See how he wanted to use his right hand again when he gets to the left side of the basket?
Got blocked by Brian Skinner. Pass to Gordon. Loses his footing and the ball. And now Kidd loses it. That's only the 3rd turnover of the game tonight for Dallas. Marty Collins on a layup. Rick Carlisle wants to talk things over. A timeout is called with 6:41 left in the 3rd. 10-point game for the half. Clippers have pulled it within 7 after that hoop here on Fox Sports Southwest.
We have the unique ability to positively affect the lives of so many.
Our way of showing how much the NBA cares.
Dwight Howard and Nate Robinson, a pair of champions. Rudy Gay, an innovative contender. The Sprite Slam Dunk Contest at NBA All-Star Saturday night needs one more player ready to fly, and the choice is yours.
This is Joe Alexander.
Russell Westbrook.
I'm Rudy Fernandez.
Go to NBA.com and vote. Vote for me.
Vote for me.
No, not that guy. Both me.
The Sprite Slam Dunk Contest. They dunk, you decide at NBA.com.
The NBA season is here. You can get all the action and excitement with NBA League Pass. This is your complete season pass. Order now and get the best games, countless moments, and lasting memories for only $189. See the top stars and your favorite teams wherever you live all season long. And watch games online with NBA League Pass broadband, which is included with your subscription. Get NBA League Pass now for just $189. To order, call now.
Over the switches, we're going to see in the audience lights and see if the Mavericks fans like minutes.
6:41 left in the 3rd. You got the Mavericks leading the Clippers 76-69. You can play Lotto Texas for a chance to win a jackpot as big as the Lone Star State. The estimated annuitized jackpot is $7 million. So play Lotto Texas today. Maybe it's your lucky day. Earlier in the 3rd quarter, Eric Dampier had a dunk. Now, a lot of times we expect to see that in the pick-and-roll situation, but watch him play traffic cop on the give-and-go.
Excellent job by Dampier. What he does, he tells Dirk where to go. He goes, look at this. He says, hey, you big German, you get down there. My teammate, I'm going to give you the ball. And he does just that. And then he goes to the basket and gets it right back from Dirk Nowitzki. That's good 2-man play. A lot of time it incorporates, a pick, not this one. 3 different looks at it. All of them good looks. Dampier, a little bit of point guard, giving directions out there.
And you saw the defender, Eric Gordon, the one that was closest to Dampier, make the fatal defensive mistake. He turned his head, and when that happens, Dampier immediately went to the basket. Let's see how the Mavericks adjust coming out of the timeout. They've seen the Clippers whittle this thing down to a 7-point game at 76-69. Camby gets the rebound. 14 in the game tonight for Marcus Camby. He also has 7 points. That's the differential on the scoreboard. Handing it off to Gordon, Brian Skinner, and Gordon drills another one. Well, the rookie is about to set a new career best. He had 31 on Sunday against Detroit. He's at 29 now. Ball, Dampier tries to come away with it. And then it's another score for the Clippers. Al Thornton. 3-point game. The Clippers have made 7 out of 8 shots this quarter. Jason Terry came into the timeout. To Dirk, stripped by Camby. And here come the Clippers. Collins pass up a 3 and a turnover. Traveling called on Marcus Camby. He must have crap dribbled like LeBron.
I don't know what he did.
Here's Camby coming back down to block Dirk. They tried to get a score in transition, and Nowitzki going to the basket was capped by Camby. Only Dwight Howard blocks more shots per game this season in the NBA than Marcus Camby. And he comes away with that swat, but it does not result in a score as of yet for the Clippers, as a 3 was missed by Marty Collins. But they get to the loose ball and get it back at Brian Skinner. Hits the elbow jumper. 1-point game. There aren't very many bodies up off that bench for the LA Clippers to get excited, but those that are there are up. Remember, this is a team that only has 8 players dressed tonight. 3 guys on the bench. Dirk left alone on the money. Needed that big time.
Not sure you want to leave that guy alone ever.
25. Gordon splits the double. Terry got a hand on it. But before the Mavericks were able to come away with it, a kick ball is called. So 14 on the shot clock, and the Clippers take a timeout. Dallas nearly made the defensive play when Gordon tried to split the double team. But before getting the steal, it was a kick ball. Fan shop at American Airlines Center, where Dallas has seen their lead whittled down to 3.
This is some game. The Lakers are mounting a furious comeback.
Here we go, 4th quarter. Just watching the clock. You need a score. He's done it all tonight. Oh, what a move.
Oh, the crowd is chanting, Kobe, Kobe, Kobe.
He shakes free. He pulls up with the man in his face. Off balance.
Oh, what a shot by Kobe Bryant. 43 points on the night.
See it. Get it. Experience it. The game happens here.
Clones versus droids. Jedi versus Sith. Good versus evil.
I will deal with the Jedi myself.
And a few laughs in between. You've just taken your first step into a larger world. Star Wars, The Clone Wars. A new adventure this Friday at 9 p.m. Their galaxy isn't far, far away anymore.
We're clear.
Only on Cartoon Network.
This February, the biggest basketball event in the world is headed to the city of Phoenix. 2009 NBA All-Star Balloting presented by T-Mobile allows you to vote for your favorite NBA players. Log on to NBA.com and cast your vote. Also vote on your mobile phone at WAP.NBA.com or on your T-Mobile phone via T-Zones. Vote now and vote often, and you could win a trip for 2 to Phoenix in the NBA 2K9 sweepstakes. The 2009 NBA All-Star Game live from Phoenix, Arizona, February 15th, only on TNT.
Dampier recovered it. Kidd driving. Howard boots it. Gets it back. Trying to... Well, you see some scenes from last week's historic comeback here at American Airlines Center. The Mavericks down by 29 points against the Minnesota Timberwolves. You know, a lot of what helped propel Dallas for that comeback was the energy of the American Airlines Center. That energy could probably be used right about now with Dallas having seen the Clippers, to their credit, get this thing down to a 3-point game. This is the sort of point in the game where the crowd can give you a lift, Bob.
There's no question about that. But you must remember that the home team, you know, they have to ignite that. It's like a boomerang. You throw it out to the crowd, and then they give it back to you.
Well, a defensive stop is the first step in igniting that. Now let's see what Dallas does off of it. Technical foul, Mike Dunleavy. Or the visiting team could do something to ignite the crowd. And, you know, it is interesting because that is always something that will get an opposing crowd into the game when the visiting coach gets a technical foul.
I think that Mike really felt like there was a foul at the other end of the floor, but you do notice that he got the technical when the opponent had the ball, and you certainly don't want to get it when you have the ball.
Free throw made to make it a 4-point advantage. By the way, that's 26 points now for Dirk. Josh Howard, three-pointer, long rebound. So many times you take those threes out of the corner, and that rebound comes straight out front like that, and Jason Kidd read it like a textbook. Dampier's the one who got it, but Kidd was right there giving chase for it as well. Camby gets into the paint. Saved back in by Brian Skinner. Gordon. Three. And it ricochets out off Dallas. Josh Howard got a hand on it. Al Thornton was right there as well. And that 50-50 ball goes out of bounds. This is a full shot clock as they inbound. Floaters missed by Thornton. Defensive rebound for Dirk. Only the second rebound of the game. Averaging about 9 a game this year.
He only had 1 in that first half.
Dirk's 18th in the league in rebounding at almost 9 a game. Kid from Josh Howard. Long rebound. Dampier giving chase. Kept it alive. There goes out on Dampier. The big man hustling. A foot race with a little guy, Eric Gordon. Good effort by Dampier, but unable to secure it. Clippers made 8 of their first 10 shots here in the third quarter to make this a much closer game than I might have expected given their injury situation tonight. And now it's a 2-point contest. Camby's jumper going down the well. Taylor flicks it over to Kidd. And this time the three goes down. Missed one from that left wing a moment ago, but Kidd drills that one. His first points. And right when the Mavericks needed them for some breathing room. In the lane. Won't get the bounce, but will go to the line. 1:46 left in the third.
Pat, you had a pretty good look at Gordon and the talent that he has. He actually went up in the air. He's right-handed. Shot that ball with his left hand to get the ball away from the defender who was on his right side.
Kidd on the bench. Dampier on the bench. Berea pass in the game. As Rick Carlisle makes a couple of changes here late in the third quarter.
That young man at the free throw line's got 30 points, Mark.
31 against Detroit for a career best on Sunday. This was a lottery pick last summer after one very nice year at Indiana, where he led the Big Ten in scoring at over 21 points a game. 7th pick of the 2008 draft. Just a tremendous future because he's only 20 years old. Born on Christmas Day, 1988. Dirk with 8 on the shot clock, works on Brian Skinner. Draws a foul and hits the jump shot. Wow.
Shots don't get any easier than that. I mean, any tougher than that. That's not an easy thing to do, what he just did. Especially with the range, as far as away as he was on that step back. Watch him step back, hits the shot, draws the foul, goes to the free throw line.
And how about Dirk? I think it was fairly audible. You could hear him as he put up the shot and was drawing the foul, yell, and one. 6-point lead for Dallas. His mom and dad are in the stands tonight. Came over from Germany to visit during the holidays and Stayed here into the first of the new year. Al Thornton misses. And crashing into dirt, you have Marcus Camby committing a foul. 1:17 left in the third. And a foul on the Clippers.
I think he's calling Camby for hanging on the basket.
Let us see what he's. Yeah, he grabbed the rim.
He didn't grab it very long, but he did grab it.
So it's not a foul. It is
a violation.
A violation, and it's a turnover for the Clippers. They've got 11 tonight. Dirk spins away from the double team. Berea able to save it before it goes into the backcourt. And now Terry with the long launch. It's off the mark. Marty Collins using the glass. Brandon Bass with a rebound. Taken away by Marty Collins, and he scores. About to say the Mavericks had a chance with a score, to stop at a score, to get it back to a double-digit lead by the time the third quarter came to an end. And that's what it was at the half. But Marty Collins makes the play after Bass had the rebound and draws the Clippers to within 4, but Jason Terry earns a trip to the line. He'll go to the foul line for the first time in the game. Jason Terry on the year, 86% at the line.
Mike Dunleavy has to be very careful right now. He disagreed with that call, but he can't get too animated. He has to be careful what he says. He's had one technical foul. He doesn't want to get that second one. Then they would be minus a whole bunch of players and their head coach.
Terry on the line. Dampier back in the game, subbing in for Dirk. By the way, remember the historic nature of the streak that Jason Terry's working on. If you go all the way back to 1990, only Ben Gordon has a longer streak than Jason Terry has right now of consecutive games coming off the bench and scoring at least 15 points. The number is at 24 consecutive games coming into tonight. He still has the fourth quarter, and we know how good he's been in fourth quarters throughout the course of the season. He needs 10 in the final quarter to get there. That is, unless, of course, he hits a desperation heave here at the end of the third. Difference of just under 2 seconds as Gordon brings the ball up. Al Thornton makes it a 3-point game with 2.6 left in the third. Now Terry from half court. Almost hit that desperation heave I was talking about a moment ago.
I could hear you saying, I told you so.
It was already on the tip of my tongue, I gotta tell you. On to the fourth. Clippers putting up a fight tonight. Mavericks lead by 3 after 3.
This is some game. The Lakers are mounting a furious comeback.
Here we go, fourth quarter. Just watching the clock. You need a score. He's done it all tonight. Oh, what a move.
Well, the crowd is chanting, Kobe, Kobe, Kobe.
He shakes free. He pulls up with the man in his face. Off balance.
Oh, what a shot by Kobe Bryant. 43 points on the night.
It's nice to see Greg Oden moving around again. You know, this close, you can really see what makes him such a force in the paint. Oh, Gary, maybe just move back a bit. Folks want to stay seated. There's no danger. Gary, back up. Gary, back up, Gary. Okay, that was let's move on.
The NBA season is here. You can get all the action and excitement with NBA League Pass. This is your complete season pass. Order now and get the best games, countless moments, and lasting memories for only $189. See the top stars and your favorite teams wherever you live all season long. And watch games online with NBA League Pass broadband, which is included with your subscription. Get NBA League Pass now for just $189. To order, call now.
forward to playing in Boston, having fun. We all are energetic about trying to be the best team we can be. We're not a flawless team. We're a team in progress. We have to come out here and play together, and we didn't do it tonight. You have to continue to keep your head up, take it one game at a time. And if we can get through this, then it's one more step toward the goal. Win the NBA championship. In order for us to win, man, just what we got to do to close this thing out. What's he gonna say now? What can you say?
Returning home always seems to be the medicine that fixes whatever might ail the Mavericks. And for several players on this team, that has been the case tonight on the offensive end of the floor. Dallas, after a tough shooting game against the Grizzlies and a loss on Sunday, has come through these first three quarters at 87 points. The problem is the Clippers, with a nice third quarter push, have pulled to within 3. As it's Mavericks basketball live from the American Airlines Center. On Fox Sports Southwest, I'm Mark Followell with Bob Orville and Emily Jones as we start the fourth quarter. And again, has been oft-noted tonight. LA only dressing 8 guys because of so many injuries. Offensive basket interference called on Marcus Camby. Tipped that in while it was obviously in the cylinder. He's arguing it, but that looked like an incredibly easy call from here.
I certainly thought for sure that it was outside the cylinder, but
Jason Torrey to extend the lead, and Camby there for the rebound. 3 of the last 4 games, Camby's had at least 20 rebounds. He's done that 4 times this year. And with a decent fourth quarter, he'll get there again as he's 16. Gordon back to the free throw line. Third foul on Jason Terry. First in the quarter on Dallas. Gordon 84% this year at the line. Averaging just over 11 points a game. Has averaged 12 in 3 games this year against Dallas, but has erupted for 32 now tonight. A moment ago I was talking about Jason Terry, and as we look at the Southwest standings, here is that streak to which I was referring since 1991. Most consecutive games with 15 points off the bench. Ben Gordon at the top of that list. Jason Terry at 24 coming into tonight. Will he get there in the fourth quarter? He only scored 5 points in the first 3 quarters of the game. He'll need 10 to get there in the fourth. And for whatever reason, he's had a couple of his lowest scoring games this year against the Clippers. As a call goes against the aforementioned Terry here for an offensive foul that will give it back to LA with just over 11 minutes remaining. Double Gordon, and he makes a pass to James Singleton. Steals. Defensive play turns it into a transition bucket.
Singleton was looking for that all the way because he started taking little steps. He was cheating up, trying to get into that passing lane.
Collins to Thornton. Barea. He grabs the rebound. Stolen away by Marty Collins. Can he beat the Mavericks to the other end of the floor? No, he can't. And they will either give him a continuation or possibly a clear path to the basket foul as Howard runs down Marty Collins.
Well, it was initiated in the back court.
It's a clear path.
Yep.
Third foul of the game on Josh Howard.
When that guy's out there like that, when that's plays initiated in the backcourt, you don't want to reach out and grab him at that point. Try to go for the block, commit the foul, but don't do here what Josh does here. I don't think Josh realized what he did do there. He wanted to commit the foul, but now they get the ball back as a result of the clear path foul.
2 free throws. Clippers have possession of the ball as the Clippers are closing in on 40 free throw attempts for the game.
Don't be surprised if Josh Howard makes up for that with a with a steal here or a defensive rebound, getting the ball back to his team.
Well, he won't get a chance because Scott Foster just called an offensive foul on Eric Gordon. His 4th foul. Mavericks get it back. Good effort by the Clippers tonight has them trailing by 2. With Brandon Bass and J.J. Barea hitting. There's another assist for Barea. He had 7 in the first half. He gets his first one here in the second half. Remember, his career best for assist in a game is 9. It's Collins. Gives the ball up to Al Thornton. 3's off the mark. There's Josh Howard getting a defensive rebound like he talked about a moment ago. Outside to Barea. Dallas led tonight by 29 from Dirk. He's on the bench right now with Barea and Singleton running that pick and roll. Terry, Bass, and Howard also on the floor. As Barea gets into the paint, now Howard drives. DeAndre Jordan, the rookie, with the rebound. Makes the shot off the dish from Eric Gordon. 6 for 17, the line for Al Thornton, although a little bit better here in the second half after a really tough shooting first half. Coming off a 12-point game against Detroit the other day, Thornton only shooting 34% in the last 6 games. It's about where he is tonight. Barea gets fouled by Marty Collins. Foul is on the floor and will put Dallas at 14 on the shot clock when we return at the American Airlines Center. Mavericks hosting the Clippers, and they lead by 2.
Kobe Bryant can do it all, but he'll be the first to tell you that it takes teamwork to win in the NBA. And in Pau Gasol, he's found a world-class teammate. The yin to his yang, the George to his Wheezy. A fiery, scrappy, selfless competitor that gives 100%. Wow, these are damper than I expected. Speaking of teamwork, how about a little help under here? Anybody?
Dwight Howard and Nate Robinson, a pair of champions. Rudy Gay, an innovative contender. The Sprite Slam Dunk Contest at NBA All-Star Saturday night needs one more player ready to fly, and the choice is yours.
This is Joe Alexander.
Russell Westbrook. I'm Rudy Fernandez.
Go to NBA.com and vote. Vote for me.
Vote for me.
No, not that guy. Both me.
The Sprite Slam Dunk Contest. They dunk, you decide at NBA.com.
The NBA season is here. You can get all the action and excitement with NBA League Pass. This is your complete season pass. Order now and get the best games, countless moments, and lasting memories for only $189. See the top stars and your favorite teams wherever you live all season long. And watch games online with NBA League Pass broadband, which is included with your subscription. Get NBA League Pass now for just $189. To order, call now.
The Mavs on Fox Sports Southwest are brought to you by Southwest Airlines, by your Texas Ford dealers, by the Progressive Insurance Group, and by Lombardo Custom Apparel. We've got 8:38 remaining. Dallas 91, Clippers 89. By the way, speaking of our good friends at Lombardo Custom Apparel, before play resumes here, tonight, person we work with at Lombardo's at Trinity Mills on the Toll Road, huge fan, Cindy Kahn is here at the game, so we wanted to say hello to Cindy whenever she gets a chance, hopefully to watch the DVR or TiVo or whatever it is that you might have to record the game. VCR for some who still might have those. I think you still have one of those, right?
I do.
VCR?
I do. But I've got the TiVo, too. And I've got the other things, too.
8:38 to go.
Hard to let those old-fashioned things go, you know?
Coming out of the timeout, here's J.J. Barea with the drive and score. We've got Dirk back in the game now. So let's see if this is the moment in the game when the Mavericks can separate with Nowitzki back out on the floor. You've got a 3-guard lineup that has been successful much more often than not this year. Get out there. Although there's the Clippers hitting a 3 and getting back to within 1. That's Steve Novak. And his singular skill is pretty much outside shooting.
Hey, that was Steve Kerr's too.
Yes, and look what it got for him.
Yeah, he was pretty good at it.
Maria fouled. No shot, Haywood Workman says. Calls it on the floor.
Number 10, Eric Gordon's second team foul.
Second team foul on the Clippers. 5th foul of the game on Eric Gordon.
14 seconds.
I think this is the first time he's coming out of the game, isn't it? Or is he? Well, Mike Dunleavy had Skinner off the bench and then turned his head and now motions for him.
And he's taking him out because he's got those 5 fouls and he's trying to protect him, and that is really going to hurt the Clippers.
I thought we were going to maybe see a situation where we'd have a 48-minute game, but Eric Gordon will have to come out for the first time tonight as the Clippers, who have not led since early in this game, have a chance to regain the advantage with the Clippers selling the call here. The call on Bass.
He moved on the pick. He planted his feet and then he moved a couple of quick steps to his left.
I didn't know that it was going to knock Steve Novak all the way out of the picture.
No, he acted a little bit there.
Brian Skinner. And it's Kidd coming in for the rebound. At a crucial juncture, big play made by Jason Kidd to get the ball back. Nowitzki misses a shot. And Brian Skinner rifles the outlet pass up to Al Thornton. And then it's an offensive foul on Al Thornton. Thornton throwing his arm out to commit the foul. His fourth foul.
Well, the Clippers have been very, very close on several occasions to getting a lead in this game. There's another opportunity.
And it was an obvious call when that arm got extended out into the torso of Dirk. We played just over 5 minutes in the 4th quarter. By the way, I said the Clippers hadn't led since very early in the game. We're talking 5-4. That's how early in the game. The last time the Clippers led. Thornton gives the ball up. Marty Collins is left alone, and he beats the shot clock buzzer. And that's a 3-pointer from Marty Collins to put the Clippers in front by 2. Paint catcher Brandon Bass makes a spin move, and that ball is knocked out of his hands, and then it's a kick ball on Bass, so it goes over to the Clippers. LA's got it with 6:20 to go in the game. Right idea, paint catch here for Bass, but Thornton got a hold of his arm as Bass went up.
Mavericks have gone to a zone, Mark.
And it's Kidd swiping at the ball, trying to knock it away from Al Thornton. Camby got a hand on it off the miss, but it's Kidd who controls it. Timeout coming up at the next dead ball. Correa for the lead. He does it to the Clippers again. He has hurt them on several occasions this year, most notably the game-winning 3 here last month. And he puts Dallas back in front with a big 3 with 5:45 to go. He's done a great job getting assists tonight. Correa hasn't scored in this game until the 4th quarter, but that one is timely. Dallas in front.
Clones versus droids. Jedi versus Sith. Good versus evil.
I will deal with the Jedi myself.
And a few laughs in between. You've just taken your first step into a larger world. Star Wars, The Clone Wars. A new adventure this Friday at 9 p.m. Their galaxy isn't far, far away anymore.
We're clear.
Only on Cartoon Network.
This February, the biggest basketball event in the world is headed to the city of Phoenix. 2009 NBA All-Star Balloting presented by T-Mobile allows you to vote for your favorite NBA players. Log on to NBA.com and cast your vote. Also vote on your mobile phone at WAP.NBA.com or on your T-Mobile phone via T-Zones. Vote now and vote often, and you could win a trip for two to Phoenix in the NBA 2K9 sweepstakes. The 2009 NBA All-Star Game live from Phoenix, Arizona, February 15th, only on TNT.
There he is, LeBron James. LeBron likes to use music to achieve that warrior-like intensity.
Time after time, if you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time.
If you fall, I will catch you. I will be waiting. Time after time.
Unexpected. And that's what you can expect from LeBron James, is the unexpected.
The fans are being rewarded by this type of play by their young team.
A three-pointer by J.J. Barea, who you see right in the middle of the huddle, just put Dallas in front 96-95, 5:45 to go. It's time for Nissan to get you in the game. Check out this game summary.
Dirk Nowitzki with a basketball. A good pick by Dampier. A step-back move by Nowitzki. Drains another jump shot. Watch the pick and roll. Very good pick from Dampier. Antoine Wright, who's played well here tonight with the pass. J.J. Barea on a pick and pop. Back to Bass, and he scored.
This game summary brought to you by Nissan. Get in the game, get in it tight. We saw Dirk Nowitzki in the game summary having scored 29 points to lead Dallas. Eric Gordon leads the Clippers with 32. And a bad miss by Al Thornton, way off the mark. Brandon Bass rebounding. Sixth board, 13 points. Right on the doorstep of the new season high. Kid from there. Long rebound to Marty Collins. Just over 5 minutes left. Clippers are 8-25. They've lost 7 straight. They've won more road games than they have home games, though, this year. 5-11 on the road. Shot clock is down to 3. Here's Gordon with Terry on him. Strips him, and the shot clock runs out. So Gordon came back in, by the way, at the timeout. He didn't get the rest very long with the 5 fouls. He was out of the game about 2 minutes.
And he'll be reluctant to defend real hard right now, Gordon will. He doesn't want to get that foul.
Barea off the screen, the drive, the floater. Camby there for the rebound.
Mavericks have missed some good shots.
Shooting 46% for the game is Dallas as they cling to a 1-point lead. Thornton got fouled by Kidd. The Mavericks' third team foul of the fourth quarter. Jason Kidd with his 4th foul. Kidd has a team-high 9 rebounds tonight. Steve Novak takes the ball out of bounds. Camby got it back, and it is Thornton who will score, beating the shot clock. The Clippers lead by 1. 4 minutes to go. Double team on Dirk, cutting in for the weak side. Kidd outside the Barea, pump fake and the 3, almost going down, and then the long rebound on the way out here. Al Thornton trying to beat everyone down to 4. He does. Timeout Dallas. A full called by Rick Carlisle with 3 minutes, 40 seconds remaining. The LA Clippers lead at 99-96.
This is some game. The Lakers are mounting a furious comeback.
Here we go, 4th quarter. Just watching the clock. You need a score. He's done it all tonight. Oh, what a move.
Oh, the crowd is chanting, Kobe, Kobe, Kobe.
He shakes free. He pulls up with the man in his face. Off balance.
Oh, what a shot by Kobe Bryant. 43 points on the night.
See it, get it, experience it. The game happens here. The NBA season is here. You can get all the action and excitement with NBA League Pass. This is your complete season pass. Order now and get the best games, countless moments, and lasting memories for only $189. See the top stars and your favorite teams wherever you live all season long. And watch games online with NBA League Pass broadband, which is included with your subscription. Get NBA League Pass now for just $189. To order, call now.
We have the unique ability to positively affect the lives of so many.
Playing to their maximum potential.
The Clippers have dug out of a double-digit halftime deficit to lead 99-96. You've got Dallas after an off day yesterday and a 3-hour practice weightlifting film session. And Jason Terry's talking about it in the Geico quote of the game. Real long today, but that's what happens when you lose a game. You've got to come in and work on things. Very long practice. Again, on the floor, weight room, film session yesterday. And after a double-digit lead earlier in the game, you've got the Clippers having worked their way back to take a lead here by 3. You see how they've shot the ball here in the second half, and compared to Dallas at 37% and 33% in the third and fourth quarters.
There's your two-man play, right side of the floor with Jason Terry and Dirk.
And that is, as we talked about in Memphis the other day, bread and butter for Dallas. It doesn't necessarily always work where it's Terry getting that 3 from the left side, which a lot of times you expect it to go down, especially at this stage of the game, but it did not. But a Dallas offensive rebound by none other than Jason Kidd, his team-high 10th rebound of the game. Gets the ball back for Dallas. Although they won't get free throws here. There's only the 3rd foul of the quarter on the Clippers. It wasn't in the act of shooting. It was on Al Thornton, though, and that's the 2 biggest guns for the Clippers in terms of the ability to score the ball on this very short-handed team, both at 5 fouls. Gordon with 5, Eric Gordon, the rookie, and Al Thornton, the second-year man from Florida State, now has 5 fouls. Gordon got the defensive rebound. .2:45 to go in the game. Thornton over Bass, beats the shot clock as Al Thornton has pushed LA's lead to 5. Well, big comebacks have happened against the Clippers in this building. Down by 15 in the second half, and in the fourth quarter, Dallas rallied to win against LA on December 2nd. Can they come back late here as Brandon Bass gets a loose ball? Finds Dirk for 3. They need this one to go down, and it does.
The crowd will feed off of that, and so will Nowitzki's teammates. We've seen that many, many times in his 10-year career.
Closing in on 2 minutes left, and a 2-point game. Thornton just hit from close to that spot on the floor. Now he wants some space to try to drive on Bass, and loses it out of bounds. 1:49 to go, and Barea is going to come back in the game here for the Mavericks, Bob. Barea gets Bass. 3-guard lineup is on the floor with Howard and Dirk. Saw the line for Barea tonight. Let's also add in he has a team best 8 assists in the game. Kidd will get right back. Now Jason Terry shoots for the lead, and that is off by a mile. Wow. I have to rub my eyes. I can't believe I saw that.
I saw you do that.
Jason Terry misses shots, but you just don't see it happen like that. It's Marcus Camby rolling to the basket. Pulls the layup inside. And then a foul is called on the Mavericks in the battle for the rebound. The call on Berea with 1:15 remaining. And it's in the act of shooting as Camby was trying to tip it home. And the 75% free throw shooter, Marcus Camby, is on the line. Now you have Camby missing. Well, he's probably going to go back up and score that if Berea doesn't foul, Bob.
It's not as bad a foul as that looks, because you're right. He probably would have had a dunk.
And now he goes to the line and misses at least one.
There's the value of knowing who the guy is and what his strength is. And you're going to see a little bit of back and forth situation substitution here, I think, by Rick Carlisle.
You got obviously a much better rebounder on the floor here at Bass. Marcus Camby doesn't have a history of being a bad free throw shooter by any stretch. 75% this year certainly will get it done in most cases. Last year he was a 71% free throw shooter, but he helped out Dallas by missing the first of those two. He does not extend the lead to 2 possessions. It's 102-99, and Rick Carlisle takes a 20-second timeout. He still has a full on another 20.
I might point out here that the thing the Mavericks normally would like to do is that two-man play we've talked so much about with Dirk Nowitzki and Jason Terry on the right side of the floor. Keep in mind that that play is a little bit different against a zone. If the Clippers are in a zone, that play doesn't work quite the same. You have to read that zone. You may have a third defender over there at that point to try and mess up the right side of the floor. Let's see if the Mavericks go to the right side of the floor with Dirk and with Jason.
Jason Terry has had a very difficult night. Obviously something that has happened precious few times this season. Berea, Kidd, Terry, Howard, and Dirk. Clippers lead by 3, minute 15 on the inbounds. They double Dirk. Cross court to Berea. Back to Berea. Eric Gordon closes on him quickly. Cross court to Kidd. Howard from the baseline. Bullseye. And with 56.6 to go, it is a 1-point game. Now Gordon quickly up the floor. Nobody stops the ball. He drives and misses. Loose ball. Dallas comes away with it. And they've got a chance to run. Dirk driving on Al Thornton in the paint for the lead. 37.2 to go. Timeout, LA. Mike Dunleavy calls timeout after Dirk Nowitzki puts Dallas in front, 103-102.
What's playing in Boston, having fun. We all are energetic about trying to be the best team we can be. We're not a flawless team. We're a team in progress. We have to come out here and play together, and we didn't do it tonight. You have to continue to keep your head up, take it one game at a time, and if we can get through this, then it's one more step toward the goal. Win the NBA championship. In order for us to win, man, just what we got to do to close this thing out. What's he gonna say now? What can you say now?
This is some game. The Lakers are mounting a furious comeback.
Here we go, fourth quarter. He's watching the clock. You need a score. He's done it all tonight. Oh, what a move.
Oh, the crowd is chanting, Kobe, Kobe, Kobe.
He shakes free. He pulls up with the man in his face. Off balance.
Oh, what a shot by Kobe Bryant. 43 points on the night.
See it. Get it. Experience it. The game happens here.
That's the only way they're going to stop him tonight, because he's on fire early.
A 7-1 run has put them in front, 103-102. Dirk Nowitzki has been huge in this run.
Nowitzki, always tough in situations like this. He hits a huge three right there on the baseline. Josh Howard, and then Dirk on the drive into the paint, fades just a little bit, gets it up over the defender, and scores again.
Dirk Nowitzki with 34 to lead all scorers tonight. And watch Eric Gordon, who threw the inbounds pass. He has 32, and you've got Jason Kidd sticking to him like glue and knocking the ball away. to Josh Howard, and Dallas with a 1-point lead forces the turnover.
Kidd with a defensive play. What more can you say?
4-second difference. The Clippers have a foul to give, but obviously would not take it in this situation. A switch on the play. Terry on the drive. Oh, he blew back past Camby to get rid of the issue. 6 seconds to go. Now it's 7-8 timeout. They switched Bob, and it put the bigger defender on Jason Terry, and he blew right by him. He was indeed the Jet on the runway.
He did do that, but that does not happen, Mark, if the spacing on the floor isn't what it was. The spacing was wide, which meant that there was room in the middle. Look at Kidd with a defensive play. He gets the defensive play. The Mavericks get the ball back. You see the spacing took everybody out of the middle. It took the defenders out, and that's when Jason Terry gets on the runway. Not only did he get to the basket, but he took off.
We noted earlier it's been a tough shooting night for Jason Terry. But no matter how tough of a night it is for Jason Terry, I think that we would be in agreement that you always want him to continue to take shots if the situation for a good one presents itself late in the game, and certainly driving right to the bucket. That situation presented itself, and now Dallas up by 3.
Question, do the Mavericks commit the foul here?
We're about to find out with 6 seconds to go, and the Mavericks up by 3. Throw it into Thornton. He shoots over pass, airballs it. Dirk gets the rebound, tight ropes the baseline, and got fouled. Marcus Camby commenced a foul. Mike Dunleavy sending his team back into the backcourt because it's not free throws here. The Clippers had that one to give. And the Mavericks take a timeout. And I think they're going to use their, well, Rick Carlisle indicated full first of all, but now has changed his mind. He turned to Scott Foster and said 20 with 1.7 to go. Mavericks playing 2 home games this week, and as we look at our Aaron's next telecast on Fox Sports Southwest, the second of those 2 games will be against the New York Knicks on Thursday night. It was a comeback win against the New York Knicks on November the 16th that turned the season around for Dallas. The Mavericks rallied from 7 down with just over 2 minutes left in regulation and 1 in overtime, and that was the win that began the stretch where Dallas has won 18 of 24 since then.
I agree with you. I think if you had to pick out one game where that worm turned a little bit, it would have been in Madison Square Garden, and the city that never sleeps. And not only did they take it to overtime, I think the Mavericks then ended up winning by 10.
Yes, they did. They had a 19-2 run from the last 2:14 of regulation and through the end of overtime to win by 10. You've got 1.7, no foul to give now for the Clippers. And it's thrown into Jason Terry in the corner with 0.9. Gordon just fouled out of the game, by the way, but he was in a position where he had no choice to take the foul because of only 1.7 left on the clock when the ball was thrown in. Gordon fouls out with a career best 32. Although very little of the 32 was scored in the 4th quarter.
I thought that he would be the one to take that last shot for the Clippers, the one that Thornton took.
As a matter of fact, he only had 1 of the 32 points in the 4th quarter. Well, 1 free throw would basically seal this for the Mavericks, making it a 2-possession game, and Jason Terry does that. 86% free thrower. It got a little bit closer than I think everyone might have expected. But again, it's a lesson on what we talked about in the pregame. You got to be ready every night in this league. There were more under 500 teams that won tonight. Philly beat Houston. Charlotte beat Boston. But Dallas does not get bitten by that tonight at home against the LA Clippers. They were down by 5 with just over 2 minutes to go, but scored 11 of the last 12 points of the game to win it 107-102.
Mavericks get it in the win column, and that's what it's all about. One more home game, and I think that one is a crucial home game on Thursday night. But like we talked about, this one's where it needs to be.
underneath the W for the 21st time this year against 13 losses. Mavericks 107, Clippers 102. We'll be back with the Mavs live crew next on Fox Sports Southwest.